I see this graphic that Bilas tweeted out that it's Mark Emmert standing at a podium with the NCAA logo.
Yes.
And Bilas tweets out a graphic of his own quote, which I guess is a move on Twitter these days. I'm old enough to remember the days, like if you did this in 2013 Twitter, you're getting clowned. Now it's like,
or you're going to be in the book Humble Brag, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah, now it's like par for the course. That's like what Twitter is. But
yes.
Anyway, his quote is, Bill's quote was this, and I just wanted to see your thoughts on this. The only difference between the NCAA and the Titanic is that the NCAA knew the iceberg was there. The NCAA knew the iceberg was there, but stayed on course to hit it because the iceberg was in front of the bank holding the NCAA's billions in revenue. Jay Bilas on the problems with the NCAA. And I guess
that was him. That was his answer there. Like, Jay, we have problems with the NCAA. Your thoughts on this? And he was like, well, have you ever seen the movie The Titanic or heard the story?
Do I have worms for brains, or like is this very confusing to you as well?
It doesn't really make sense because it's basically saying that the Titanic, that once you hit it, there was like a bank or some sort of good on the other side, right? But there was
the NCAA's bank was on the other side of the iceberg, and
so they were just saying we would just run over the iceberg to get to the bank. But then I'm not computing. Again, this might have broken my brain. As Jim, our producer, pointed out, he said that I didn't go to Duke, so maybe I don't understand this, but I do not understand this. By the way, I'm not sure.
That's not the only difference between the NCAA and the Titanic. There's another difference. The Titanic was a ship.
Yeah, yes. One of them was a major ship.
The Titanic was also a major motion picture.
I guess scholarships is what the NCAA is based on, so, the ships are involved.
I read that and I was like, man, Bilas is operating on a different plane, man. This guy is like...
it feels like he made that quote for the graphic, too, which it gives off that vibe, which is, you want to have, like, cultural reference. You want to have, like, an analogy that people can relate. He was trying to hit all the marks, and he kind of did, but like you said, they don't compute. They don't add up to a logical comparison.
But maybe it does. That's what I'm saying. Like, Bilas operates on a different plane where, like, he
didn't go to Duke.
This is a cottage industry for him. He just knows how to take like a topic, especially if it has anything to do with the NCAA, and put his
spin on it.
His fancy words and his fancy analogies, and all of us idiots are watching, just like, damn, that guy's smart. How did he?
I mean, how recently did he watch the Titanic? That's my next question. It's got to be very recent. It's top of mind.
Mark Emmert, take this BuzzFeed quiz. Which Titanic character are you? Who's the guy, Rose's fiance? Is that Mark Emmert? Is that in this analogy? Or is he the captain of the Titanic? Captain Smith with the white
He's playing
beard
the violin as it's going down. He's actually kind of happy about it. He's like, this is kind of poetic at the end of the day. He's definitely not on the door. He's not going to float down to the bottom. I mean, I haven't seen the Titanic in 10 years.
I haven't either.
Jay Bilas has obviously watched it within the past 3 weeks, and shout out to him.
Fun fact about the Titanic: when the movie comes out, I was not old enough. It was 1996, right? I
think 7.
Seven. I was 9, 10 years old, whatever. And word gets out, they're naked breasts in the movie. Like the word gets around school. Like the kids, the degenerates
kids are talking, the chirping.
Yeah, the degenerates in my school that like
they're giving you time codes.
The kids
4215.
The kids that I didn't see in Sunday school on Sundays. Those kids with those parents that never cared. They were like, yeah, I saw it. So what? I snuck into the theater. It's PG-13.
I went to Blockbuster and tricked him and told him I was 14.
And there are boobs in the movie, and I was like, whoa. I gotta see this movie. I gotta see this. And I begged my mom to take me to see it because I played the angle of like this is like a cultural phenomenon, Mom. Like this movie is like it's the biggest movie of all time. Like
Celine Dion.
Yeah, I mean, all the kids are talking about it, and I have no frame of reference. I don't know the Titanic story. Does it sink? Does it not sink? I don't know. I gotta watch the movie. This is educational, Mom.
Yeah.
She's like, fine, I'll take you to the movie, and I was like, got her.
Yes.
Got her. And then we get to the movie, and my mom had apparently been talking to the parents because she knew when the scene was coming up.
She covered
and all of a sudden, the scene's coming, and I'm rubbing my hands, and I'm like, here we go. All the boys are telling me about this. I'm like, here we go. Suddenly, a hand just comes across from the seat over.
Smacks you.
Smacks me in the face, and and the hand stays right over my eyeballs.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I didn't. So that's my Titanic
Jay Bilas
story.
was old enough to go on his own and see it without someone covering his eyes. So that it obviously stuck with him for this long, and he was ready for this reference.
Man. That was we milked that graphic that he made. But I read this right before he came on air, and I was like, man, my brain is Bilas. Like, are we worried about him? Like, is he going to be lost at sea if the NCAA?
Yeah.
If all the players are making money, like, what is, you know what I mean?
He's like a comedian. He target? Yeah.
When Trump's out of office now, and you're like, well, what do I do now? What do I do? Where do I go from here? How do I?
You had one trick. It's wrong.
He'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out. But I really want him to come on the show and explain to us what he meant by this. And I will be honest, like there is some belief, some conspiracies, right? That they did know they saw the iceberg, right? It wasn't like it snuck up on them.
Oh.
You know, they just fell asleep at the wheel.
I would love to hear. I would love to hear these conspiracies.
I'm kidding. I don't think those are out there. But Jay Bilas, what are we talking about? How do we get to this?
I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole, Googling stuff after the show.
I think honestly, you can find any sort of theory on anything. So just keep looking for it.
Was the Titanic a false flag?
Yes. Is the Titanic fictional? I think that's the top Google result. Hey there, thanks for watching Titus and Tate. For the full friend of the program experience, subscribe right below and come join us for all things college basketball. The action is heating up. Come join Titus and Tate.